Do you enjoy working with animals? Would you like to get a pet someday, or maybe you already have one? Do you perhaps want to be a veterinarian or some other sort of animal worker someday? If any of these are the case, then the SPCA volunteering program would be a good fit for you. The Peninsula Humane Society and SPCA is a local private nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to animal welfare. Among their major programs, the PHS/SPCA adopts fully 100% of the healthy dogs and cats in their care, and also, through their charitably funded HOPE program, makes well and finds homes for thousands of animals that come to them sick, injured, or too young to survive without supportive care. The PHS/SPCA is an open admission center, not only accepting many pet animals who might be reused at other shelters, but also taking care of injured and orphaned nature wildlife from San Francisco through San Mateo and the northern half of Santa Clara County. The SPCA building is split up into 3 floors. On the first floor are the dog dormitories and the gift shop. On the second floor are the small animals such as reptiles and rodents, as well as kitten nursery and the injured wildlife facility. On the third floor are the cat dorms. If you're planning on volunteering at the SPCA, there are a few rules, both spoken and unspoken, that you should know. Firstly, there's a color code system used to gauge how complicated it is to take care of certain animals. There are 3 colors: green, yellow, and red/purple. Green dogs are the easiest to take care of. Even someone with not much experience with animals should be able to do well around them, and they're usually very calm, relaxed, and good-natured. Yellow dogs are usually a little more complicated than green dogs. They may have some unusual quirks. Perhaps they're a little more nervous, they get a little irritable around other animals, or perhaps they're just a little shy and take a little time to warm up. Red/purple animals tend to be the most difficult to take care of, and they usually require an experienced person to take care of them. These animals are typically either much more active or much shyer than animals in the previous categories. They often take a lot of time to warm up to people, or perhaps they're a little rougher and more energetic. Another rule you should know, particularly if you're working in the dog TLC section, is to never leave a toy in a room with 2 dogs. This is because the dogs can end up fighting over the toy, and this can get out of hand. While this most likely won't happen, there's still a possibility you don't want to risk it. Another important thing to remember is to never tug a war with the dogs, as this can end up getting rough and out of hand, possibly leading to the dog biting someone. Again, this is extremely unlikely to happen, but there's always a possibility, and you don't want to risk anything. There are many other rules and regulations that the SPCA will explain to you, but these are some of the more important ones I think you should know. Volunteering at the SPCA is a very rewarding experience. I myself have had many very fun personal experiences volunteering at the SPCA. For example, one time there was a 3-month-old puppy named Teddy. He was very good-natured and full of energy, constantly running around the room. Even though he would nip my fingers a lot, he was so small and gentle that it wouldn't really hurt. After he tired himself out, he cuddled up in my lap and snuggled with me for a while. He was a very enjoyable dog to work with.
Oh. No nippy, no nippy. She's all nippy. She's so small and you're so small and soft. Yeah, let's have a cuddle. Hold on, I'm gonna put my leg down. Hi. Oh, you're so little. Dad, look.
Oh, look, wow. Move your left arm so I can get a good picture.
Video.
Video, yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? I'd like a dog like you, but you're maybe too small. I like you. Can I give you a little kissy? When I did that, she started giving me licks.
Another very fun experience was with a Pug Beagle mix, whose name I don't remember right now. I decided to walk her since she seemed very full of energy, so I went to go get her leash. She was rather overweight for her size, but despite that, she thought she was a little puppy and was constantly jumping on me and licking me. When I was walking her, she would get really warm, so she'd constantly go in the shade of the cars and buildings as much as possible, and sometimes she would remain there and refuse to move. She wouldn't pull back or anything, she would just go limp and refuse to move. It was pretty funny, but she always eventually got up and started walking again. She was also a very good-natured dog, and I think she really enjoyed the attention.
Dad, look at her.
In conclusion, volunteering at the SPCA is a very rewarding experience. Whether you want to be a veterinarian someday, maybe want to get a pet of your own someday, or simply enjoy being around animals, the SPCA volunteering opportunities are a good choice for you. I hope this video has convinced you to volunteer, and I hope you find your SPCA volunteering experiences to be very enjoyable. Thank you.